Uh, Hey and welcome to another episode of my live streams. My name is Victor Moore. I'm a 3D artist. I can, um, well, I'm doing on my channels here stylus characters mostly, but as well non-stylus characters. And yeah, today I want to create this Captain Jack from. It's made from. You find the original artist in the description of this video. And yeah, please, when you are in the chat, please let me know what you think about what's going on in your life. I mean, let me know what you think about stylus characters. Are you doing character design on your own, or are you working on a piece right now? So yeah, let me know. I start this character like I mostly do with a base mesh. Here it's nothing new actually, but actually I like to create it like this because it for me it's a practice as well. So when you want to practice this character, I really recommend to check out the ArtStation, or yeah, maybe you find this artist on Google when you do not use ArtStation. And yeah, you're welcome to do the same like I do here and practice, because practice is actually everything. I practice a lot creating characters, even if I'm experienced. There is always something new to explore on a character like this, like new shapes, new expressions, new styles, new whatever. Yeah. And as always, I place the character here. Let me. I place the reference, or I'm placing the base mesh over the reference. And I load the reference at the side as well to have something to look at. And yeah, let me know what you are doing to practice. Maybe you are practicing, or you are learning 3D character creation, or sculpting creatures. I'm curious what you're doing and how you do things. Yeah, and then in meanwhile, I'm creating this base mesh. Of course, you do not need to create a base mesh always. Like when you are Mr. Nudge, good afternoon. Yeah, you too. Thank you very much. You do not need to create a base mesh always. Like when you have more practice, then of course you can use pre-built character like models. But for practice, I always recommend to use or to create a base mesh first. So when you like what you see here, of course it helps me a lot when you hit the like button or subscribe to my channel, and maybe comment if you like my content or not. Of course, you are free to tell me your opinion, like do you like my stuff or not? And I will try to make maybe better content, or to do something different. Depends on what you actually tell me. There is actually someone always hitting the dislike button on my channel, on my videos and live streams, and I'm like, okay, I have no idea what you do not like or miss, maybe. So just hitting the dislike button helps you actually, doesn't help you actually to get what you need or what you want. So please tell me, just of course you can be critical, but I don't get it why someone is just hitting the dislike button. I have always on every of my videos always one guy or one person who is hitting the dislike button, and I'm like, okay, I have no idea what's wrong with this video, or what can I do better. So please let me know in the comments what I can do better. In the meantime, I'm creating my base mesh. But yeah, actually, I'm doing this for fun on YouTube, so it's just a practice for me, and I practice with you actually. So of course, I want to assist you with character creation, and if you want, you can support me on Patreon. Or be a, like as a patron you can be a student, of course. Please have a look on my Patreon page. You will find information about this. I teach, of course. I mean, I'm not a classical teacher or tutorial creator. I'm more like a coach for my students, who is actually giving like a direction where to develop to. So I'm not actually like teaching people do this, do this, do this, like this button, this button, this button. Like I mentioned it already, I think. So this Captain Jack has pretty fun eyes. And actually, I have no idea if you would like to animate this character, you would need to distort pretty much to get this expression from a 3D model. So when you are creating 3D characters, then you of course need to know for what is this character actually for. Rick Silva, welcome. Thanks. Yeah, I thought this is a pretty expressive character, and I like characters like this actually. It's pretty fun to work on them. By the way, I'm planning to rename my channel maybe this week already. So if you follow my channel, then maybe you will find it under my real name. Actually, I want to use my real name because I created this channel for fun. I think, I don't know, like 15 years ago or so. I never thought like I will be a content creator myself, but I want to use my real name for the channel. That's why, yeah, you will find it under my real name in the future. So I hope this doesn't confuse you or so. And yeah, I try. Rick Silva, thank you. I try to create a awesome character here, a awesome model. And yeah, this is what I really recommend you to. If you want to work in the 3D environment, like a 3D character artist, you have to watch for your like industry in your country, and what is this industry actually needed. I mean, what kind of characters or what kind of models are needed in your country. This will actually help you to find your niche where you want to work, and what kind of chances you have in your country. I know in many countries there are there is no 3D production at all. But you can, of course, work remote on I don't know, on in some studios. And yeah, good news. My project I was mentioning started this week today. So I will be of course it needs my full attention. And I will spend a lot of time on this project. I will of course create more live streams, but here and there maybe I will be not available for live streams or for whatever. I'm sorry for this, but it's just a 1 month project. And after this month, it will be like usual. And maybe someday I can tell you more about this project. But unfortunately, not yet. I use this geometry for the section under the eyes again. Like this. And yeah, Rick was asking me for, like, we are creating right now, we are working on a character together. I mean, he is working on this character and I'm giving him feedback for it. And he asked me, like, what if I do not find specific, like, references for hairstyle, for example. And it's actually no problem when you are, I mean, in your studies, you have to focus, of course, on things like you already know and add some things like what is new for you. Like I always do as well. Like I always watch for characters I can create, but it's adding some, like, something to it which I have to learn. Like face creation, I can already, yeah, create faces, for example. But on hair creation, I have to learn a lot. And this is something I am actually watching for on characters. And yeah, don't worry, you will learn how to create decent hair. It's actually a matter of practice. There is no magic behind it. Something like this, and maybe the bandana already, because yeah, these you should at least like have a placeholder for these stuff, like bandana and eyebrows and hair, because these are very important parts of the face of this character. So I have this placeholder, and now I'm creating some tubes for the hair. Of course, you can use references from the original character. And Vasil is on the stream. Hi, welcome. What's wrong? He has a very slim lower jaw. And a very small mouth. Always save your progress, of course. And let's spend some time on the hair. Yeah, like I said, sometimes you do not have any references for specific things like hair or whatever, or clothing. You have to work with what you see here, actually. I know it's not easy, but you have to learn it. He has very thick hair here. That's why this bandana, of course, goes around the hair. It needs more space, like this. So these pieces are pretty long, actually, like this. I made them a bit too short. So if you have any questions, of course, it's boring just watching, I think. When I do not have a specific thing I want to talk about, you can ask whatever you want, and I try to answer as good as I can. or just watching and relaxing. Of course, you can play some music at the side, like I said last time. I think like lo-fi, uh, some lo-fi music or so. I think it fits here, and yeah, just enjoy. If you have nothing to talk about, you can just enjoy. But it's of course easier for sorry. It's of course easier for me to talk about something when I get the topic, because actually I have nothing to tell right now. But sometimes it's not necessary to talk and to tell something. Sometimes it's actually uh, nice to watch someone who is not like talking all the time, maybe. So like here on the back of the head, I do not have any references for the hair. But when you when the customer is telling like, oh, I want this particular character as a 3D model, usually a customer doesn't get or doesn't care about if I have any references or not. I have to deal with it on my own and find some references or design this thing on my own. Because yeah, actually, like I told already, 3D art is actually 3D design. We are designing 3D stuff from, yeah, using just a 2D sketch or yeah, 2D reference. It's time to break this symmetry on this. On this piece here. So actually he is raising one eyebrow. And for this, of course, you have to break the symmetry. And Keiko, sorry. Um, Thank you very much. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the stream. And yes, I'm doing very good actually right now because I told earlier that I will be involved in a project, and this project started today. There was some waiting time involved. That's why there was no updates. Like I was waiting for the customer, but for the go from the customer. But yeah, I got the go, and I will be involved in this project. And yeah, I hope this will be fun. Actually, I like the team, so I already got the chance to get to know the team, some team members. Really, really nice people. And yeah. Yeah, Rick, I am not able to talk about this project right now. I mean, I cannot share anything about this project, but as soon, I mean, the project is in development right now. It's of course under NDA. I cannot tell anything about it, but as soon this project is finished, and I think this will be like take some time until it's finished, then maybe I will be able to share some information about this project. And yeah, it's absolutely typical that you are not allowed to talk about projects, of course. And sometimes you are working on a project like for months or years and cannot tell or cannot like talk about it and cannot tell, hey, I work on this and this project. Uh, I have some problems with this bandana to make it like round and at the same time fitting on the face. Let me, I think the face here is too flat. I tried to match this volume here, but of course it's way too flat here. So be careful with like when you try to match the volume of a character like this, keep in mind that the forehead is of course not flat. So you actually maybe have or need more volume here, or I mean more roundness. Uh, yeah, that's why I actually have no theme about to talk, because actually my brain is wrapping around this one project, and this stream is like just a break for me. Sometimes you need of course breaks to take breaks from from a project. So after this stream, I will work further. But yeah, sometimes you need like breaks or like just practice a little bit on another piece. So I will create it very asymmetrical, especially on the eyes, because he has a very specific expression here. It is actual a good opportunity to practice blend shapes. And of course expression as well. Clayco, yeah, actually, it's not untypical that, like in the school where I'm teaching, there are, of course, other teachers, and it's usual that these teachers get their like these teachers have of course their own studios, some of these, or are involved in projects, and it's typical to for these teachers to get employees from directly from these schools. So yeah, I will. If this is a very big project, I'm actually, like I said, I'm new to this project on my own, but yeah, it's most projects like this come like through recommendations. So someone is recommending you, or someone is recommending like a specific job or studio where you can find, yeah, like contact and work with them. That's why I always tell my students to be active in like game jams and this stuff, because yeah, when I was on my first game jam, like mm, I don't know, like 2 years ago or so, someone, I mean, I met a game designer who gave me some feedback on my portfolio. And since then, I'm creating more stylized characters. So take the chance to get, I mean, to get to these like game jams, or take part in game jams, and get some, not just feedback, but some like contact with other creators. And sometimes there are pretty cool projects which you can either you are joining these projects, or you find some people who are building a project and need an artist or so. So watch for game jams, maybe game jams in your city, not just online, because most online game jams are like you like, yeah, of course you are working on a project, but um, you do not know the people, and you have always this distance between. I recommend to meet other creators in person and create some cool stuff together. There are, of course, some schools which are um, yeah, organizing game jams. Okay, so this eye here has to move a little bit back, and that's what will not as what I do next with this eye will not actually work with in 3D. Okay, so I'm distorting the face so much that it will only work from this perspective. So you have to decide how much distortion you want to create here on the eye or on the face, and what is the purpose actually for this character. Yeah, on the eyeball, I squeezed it a little bit. Okay, so of course for a game character, it's not working like this. Okay, not working like an egg. This will not be possible to create it like this. It depends on the. Let me see if I find an example. It depends on the workflow actually. Um, Let me see. Uh, Animation with blend shapes. I saw one example which was very, very cool made. Let me see. It was made, I think, in Blender. How it's called? Oh, this one. I start this animation, and yeah, please watch this tutorial of this guy. It's a very, very cool animation, and it's completely made from blend shapes. Okay, so it depends, of course, on your workflow and what you need actually. Okay, so you see how much distortion there is, and it's like it's not usable for a like Disney Pixar film. It's very, very distorted, or it's not usable for a game, but it's actually one pretty cool method how to create animation with blend shapes without rigging. Like he is animating these blend shapes together, and the mesh looks actually not like a typical 3D mesh. You see it here. Okay, so very, very cool thing. I like it pretty much. Like you see there, you see how what kind of geometry this is, right? But this works with blend shapes actually, and it's like the um, only example which I would prefer to work like distorting the eyes so much, but for a game project it doesn't work like this. Um, at least not when your game is not supporting blend shapes. I hope this makes sense. So for a typical animation or a typical like game project, it's not working like this. But there are many, many different techniques and different um, styles of work, actually. I mean, styles, not artistic style. I mean, workflows. I do it like this because I will not convert this to a game to a game mesh anyway. So I do not care if one eye is like a little bit more distorted than the other one. But for game, it's a different thing. So I want this expression, this one. Okay, and this can be, I treat it more like a 2D drawing. So in 2D drawing, every single um, frame looks completely different. And this is just one like drawing, like 2D animation drawing. So you can even distort the nose how much you want. Because like I said, I want just this view. Of course I can show it like this. Okay. It's not much of a distortion. I have one piece where the distortion was a lot more, so you cannot watch it from this perspective. But here it's okay actually. It's not. It's working. It's still working from this perspective. Yeah, exactly. So this is mostly what I'm like actually working on is to match the perspective as much as I can. And of course, yeah, I can reverse engineer this character then and make it for a game as well. So there is actually no, I mean, you do not have to stop here, okay, when you want to show your uh, game game character skill. You can, of course, go much further and create a game mesh from this. Okay, see you later. So I think this was a quick one. So mostly here I would spend some time on the hair. Like maybe watch for some more references for Captain Jack Sparrow. And for the hair creation, I think he like makes a nod here, so maybe it makes sense to create one. If this would be a printing model or a game character, but for this one, this works actually okay. And of course, you need to create some asymmetric stuff here, like some pieces are watching like from this perspective here. Like this. I don't know. This should be, of course, making sense. Osgeek, thank you very much. Yeah, like I told, this is just a break from my project. So I will work on my project further. Let me add some coloring here. And if you have any questions, you can ask. Now it's the best chance to ask. Like this. Of course, he is missing some jewelry and this stuff. Maybe I will work on this piece someday further. So let me know if you want to see it like finished. Oops. some eyes here. Um, Oskik is asking, have you been, do you work in the studio, and how long have you been in the industry? Um, right now, I am working as a freelancer, and I'm not employed in a studio, and I am working in the industry. I mean, for in the 3D industry in general, I'm working for already uh, how long? 12 years. For 2 years, I'm self-employed as a freelancer and as a content creator, of course. And yeah, I'm not working right now in a studio as a employee. I mean, as a permanent employee. But I'm working on some projects with some studios. And yeah, right now I'm entering like a new project with one studio. Actually, I'm planning to buy a 3D printer, and maybe I will create this as a 3D print. So yeah, let me know if you are interested in seeing the 3D printed version. Because I actually worked on pretty much 3D printing models earlier. And yeah, I really enjoy to work on 3D print models. Some color variation here. Yeah, I would love to have a 3D printer, but they are very loud and take a lot of space because you cannot have it in your own office or whatever at home. Um, you have to have some space or an own uh, room for them. But I would love to have one to create some 3D prints from my stuff. Okay, something like this, and like a highlight here on the eye. Um, no, I was not working for on characters for 12 years. I mean, I always have been working on characters actually in free time or on indie game projects and this stuff. But I was not working professionally on characters only, always as a side project. Um, yeah, like on indie games and this stuff, or own like game projects. And for 2 years, I'm working only on characters, and yeah, as a freelancer. And earlier, I was employed 10 years as a 3D generalist. So yeah, I was creating some characters, but it was not like the um, main part of my job. Yeah, 3D printing is a cool thing. Actually, I own some 3D prints of my characters over there. Maybe I can show them um, a little bit more in detail when I have a better camera. I'm planning to have a better camera and do some new stuff here in my office. Um, and yeah, maybe I can show more details because my camera is not good enough to catch these details on these prints. Um, yeah, but I would love to have a printer and a like I can show some of my prints, like printing in the process, and how to create actually for characters for print. Mostly, I'm creating already like posts characters which are printable. But of course, like this, it's not finished for printing. So I would share my knowledge on this part as well because I was in the beginning um, of my freelance career, I was working on a lot of 3D prints, 3D, 3D printables, like collectibles. And it was pretty fun actually. There I learned a lot about posing, expression, and this stuff. So not always like on game characters, but on game characters as well. Yeah, balcony for a printer is actually not a good idea because they are pretty loud, and I think most neighbors would be pissed to hear this noise always. Yeah, my career was actually pretty like I was evolving through uh, different niches, different um, how it's called. Like I was doing different stuff in my career. I was not always working with characters because sometimes you have to yeah earn some money, and it's like in character or game art, you are not earning a lot, not always. Like when you are very very good or so, then of course you're earning. But yeah, sometimes you are getting like pretty little money, and that's why sometimes you have to do some jobs like in other industries, and I stuck in the advertisement industry for yeah 10 or 11 years. I do not remember actually. I entered like fluently through an internship. I began a internship in 2009. So it was a pretty fluent entering in the industry. That's why I cannot tell exactly when I began 3D arts. And of course, I began 3D arts learning in the school, in my school time. But back then, I was not thinking like, oh, I will be working in the 3D industry, actually. I was just, um, yeah, doing some stuff like some models, some modeling, and some um, painting. And yeah, I was not thinking that I will be able to work in this industry actually. So sometimes things happen like when you are not expecting them. So I was always like fascinated by the industry, and I was always creating creative stuff like comic books and this stuff. But um, I never thought that I will actually be part of this industry. But this is, of course, a very long time ago. So on some point, you're realizing, oh, this is something I can do actually as a profession. Ah, cool. You are creating like um, how it's called. Uh, hmm, I forgot this. Cosplay stuff. Yeah, cosplay. I worked on a helmet for a customer, for a private customer back then. But actually, I'm more into character stuff. Oops. Good. By the way, I noticed that you're switching to a graphics tablet. You mean like a screen-based tablet? I was I was using one, but it was too small actually. I tried one, and it's not something I need to use. Yeah, because I am used to use a normal graphics tablet. I mean a pen tablet. Oops, sorry, a pen tablet. And I'm not used to draw on a like on a screen. That's why, yeah, actually for 3D, it's not really necessary. I mean, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I will try one someday and will tell like, oh, this is something I missed like uh, for 20 years. But maybe not. I'm not sure. Maybe I can try one someday, and yeah, like I said, maybe it's cool to use one, but right now I'm not seeing like a huge difference between them. So yes, okay, like I said, this is a pretty quick one, but a fun project, fun character. Um, I enjoyed it a lot. I hope you enjoyed it as well, and please leave me a like and subscription and a comment. This helps me a lot with YouTube stuff, with the social media stuff. You know it already, actually. Um, yeah, and of course, I enjoy a lot reading your comments. Do you like them? Do you maybe would like to see a specific like character or a specific piece from a specific artist? Please let me know, and I will have a look what kind of pieces I can do from other artists. And yeah, until then, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you will be on Thursday. I will have a uh, thank you very much. I will have another um, art stream here. Like I said, I will rename my channel to my real name actually, because yeah, like I said already, that this channel was actually made for fun. I was just doing fun stuff, but it's actually evolving to a more like a um, advertisement, like for me, for my service and this stuff. And I want, yeah, like be my name on this channel. Um, that's why please watch for the thumbnail will be the same for some time now, but the name will be changing. So yeah, please have a look next time for my name. And yeah, until then, thank you very